How good is the new Palafin? Well, taking a look at his stats, those are some big numbers for a Stage 1. 340 HP? Man, that's even better than Charizard. And he's a Stage 2. How about damage? 250! That's even better than Charizard's base damage. Let's check out that attack cost. Man, you gotta be yanking my okie dokie because that is better than... No, it's not. Charizard gives you 3 energies, so Charizard is better. Tricked you! So does Palafin actually stand a chance in the meta? I think so, but what's the catch? Let's take a look at its ability. Basically, you cannot play this card unless you use Palafin's Zero to Hero ability no matter what. What's Zero to Hero? Basically, it's a lost secret technique passed down from generation to generation of hero dolphins where you have to switch Palafin from the active spot into the bench spot. Then you get to search your deck for Palafin EX and evolve it. Superheroes have to always protect their secret identity. That's how it is. There's one final catch. That's your Palafin is obese. After he attacks, he can't attack again. But veteran players know this rule can be cheated as long as you somehow get Palafin out of the active spot, like with some sort of switch card of any kind, he gets to attack again. How do you do that? Well, you should play a switch card into something that has a free retreat, such as a Pokemon holding a Rescue Board, which has 1 less retreat cost, and goes by the name of Comfey, which was up front you get to draw 2 cards and keep 1. So you get free cards while doing the Palafin combo. Another way is to play Jet Energy, which lets you switch your Pokemon in, and because it's an energy, it pays for the retreat cost of a low retreat Pokemon to switch back out into Palafin, and then you get to attack again. Finally, you can switch into an Abra. Abra has the ability to teleport out of the active spot straight back into your deck, where it cannot be killed by dense damage, such as some nasty dragon that's going around right now. So it's a safe play, no rescue board, no complex combo, you just don't get any free card draws out of it. Wait, Abra is in your deck now. How do you depend on a card that's not always around? Well, that's why you gotta get Artazon, and they have very good telephone connections. So you can call up Abra, summon it back onto the bench, and this card is a stadium, so it stays on the field, so you always can get Abra whenever you need to. But sometimes, you don't need Palafin to always attack. When his sidekick has got his back. Vanguard Punch, where single energy does 130 damage. And with combos with Palafin's 250, that's 380. So they can combo it to each other. It does 10 damage to itself for every damage counter, so you don't want him hurt. But for the most part, if it gets one-shotted, that doesn't matter. Sidekick number 2 is that cool duck in your crew. What he does is he attacks for free 110 and the combos with Palafin's 250, netting you a 2-hit KO. It's cheap to attack with this because it's free. Yeah, putting cards to the Lost Zone, we all know this well-known combo. Finally, you have one last superhero to save the day when things aren't going your way. So when you're losing prize cards, this 5 energy attack gets cheaper and does 240 damage with the same restriction as Palafin. Man, they're just copying each other's attack. Man, it'd be great to end this part of the video with a joke. But I'm missing a punch line. Hello girls and the Frenchies, welcome back to my kitchen. On today's menu, I'll be serving you a Palafin EX deck. Pause the video if you need, move on after a good read. Word of warning, do not play this deck in this version of the game. That's because Palafin is bugged, and given all the card interactions that has to go with programming this, I'll give them a pass for this. But what happens is that Palafin might start pretending to be a human. Like if you try to evolve a Palafin, it then pretends it's a Colress. You draw 3 cards, put 2 cards in the Lost Zone, and that definitely is not a Palafin. It definitely should not be a trainer. Sometimes when you try to use his ability, It then thinks it's a supporter, which in this case, it looks like it's trying to copy Irida. And I'm trying to find the Pokemon it's supposed to evolve into, which I can't select. So when I Ultra Ball in the next turn, well not next turn, right immediately, I find that there are 2 Palafin EX's deck. So it was legal, it just thinks that was Irida and locked up. So there's just a lot of weird things going with Palafin, and you don't want to lose matches because the game bugs up, so don't play Palafin. Luckily, this bug isn't consistent, so I was able to get some very good matches with this deck. That's what you're gonna see up next.
Check out my covers on Spotify, and you can use them too, whenever you like. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't, because having Donald in your day makes your life more vibrant. Thank you very much for visiting me today. We'll begin the matches after this Matt Bro.
Can Palafin EX beat the #1 benchmark deck in the meta, Dragapult EX? Yeah, the Dragon is considered #1. It's top places in many different tournaments, or always top 16 in numbers. Okay, so if you can beat that, you're a somebody. Let's see if we can do it. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna play my cover. This is How to Train Your Dragon medley from the movie. We're playing against a dragon. We gotta play a dragon cover. Okay, let's go. See what's working? Alright, it's working. Let's get to it. Now, Donald went first. Donald opened up with a nice big bench with both Comfey's, Cramorant, so if I get my hand shuffled away, I'm all good, guys. We're good. So let's see how my opponent sets up here now. Okay, opening up with 2 dragons, got a Natu up front, which is a little bit deadly. He needs that Natu to be able to keep up with energies here. So if he loses that Natu, it's not good. Luckily, Dragapult tends to have a slow start, but they have a very, very strong mid and late game. That's because they have unblockable bench damage for the most part. You have to put something special in your deck to block it. But my Lost Block decks is going to be weak against that. I know that, so I'm kind of worried, and I need to get as big as a lead as I can here. So now he busts out the Cramorant, try to slow me down. Don't get draws from Comfey. The thing is, I don't need any Lost Box decks. The only thing I need it for is Cramorant. And Cramorant, as you can see, I think we can already attack here. We opened up with 2 draws with the Comfeys and Colress, so I get a free, cheap attacker that does a meaningful amount of damage. So let's get rid of the Xatu here. This is good, because he does not able to get 2 energies on his next turn. I hope so. This does mean we get 1 more free turn before Dragon Ball comes out and puts on the pressure, which it will. Dragon Ball is strong. It's a dragon. It's a late dragon, but when they come out, it's bad. And Rotom comes out. Ah, all right. This is smart here. And it's gonna cost me. Well, it's a smart move from him. He uses to block the Cramorant, which I can't get a prize from. That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks because I have more damage somewhere in my deck to one-shot that, but I can't one-shot with a Cramorant, so he knows what he's doing here. This guy, this is going okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's going okay right now. We're in the lead, but I can tell you for sure there's a dragon coming soon. So you guys are thinking, when are we going to see that new Palafin? He hasn't shown up yet. We saw the... Oh, I guess that's the new Palafin right there, right? Yeah, it looks deadly, doesn't it? It does have pretty good HP, and it does does take prize cards, and does a meaningful amount of damage, so... But you want to see the big hero Palafin. And looking at my hand, all I just need is energy. Actually, we're good to go to bring him out next turn here. Son of a birch! Reset stamp! And you do not want to draw Palafin EX either, because it has to evolve from your deck. So we gotta shuffle it away, or discard and reshuffle again. So that sucks. That's the thing that we don't like about Palafin there. It's always bad when you draw it. Now, my opponent here has a lot of things he can play. So this is like the new solitaire deck. Lost Box used to be a solitaire deck. If you guys been playing for the past few years, you know they make a lot of turns. He's done a lot of actions. I'm like, man, I don't even got nothing I can do when I put an attack next turn. So if you're watching the clock this entire match, you're gonna see there's a big difference in simplicity. I like kind of playing simple decks more. The other decks, you kind of have to know what you're doing and, you know, play chess with your own deck to figure it out. But looking at his side, I will say it's starting to ramp down. We're about to see the dragon come in next turn, definitely to come out and eat us here. This is a bit tricky. That collapsed stadium, weird. That's supposed to help you get rid of the Roto, but he's still up front. So I would have held on to it instead of play it immediately there. But it does stop me from adding more cards to the bench. Maybe he doesn't need it. Maybe he thinks I need it. But for now, we're just gonna let it be. I'm definitely getting a big feeding him good cards here. So I have nothing I can do. I know the dragon's coming now. And the lead that I got at the start, 1 prize is okay, and a 1 prize kind of wasted damage alone doesn't make me feel good here. With that reset stamp there, he's got me bricked. I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, shenanigans is not going good, man. I mean, I know that dragon's coming. That dragon's here now, man. It's here, and it's gonna start laying waste to my bench Pokemon. So I'm like, man, just gonna wait. Now, you get to select 2 cards. Sometimes those 2 cards are good. The good thing is, the one of the cards that you don't want, it goes to the back. Unlike the other one where it goes to the Lost Zone. My stuff. And there's the dragon. Here it comes, switching in. Just need 1 energy. And we're gonna see Comfey start popping off the bench after this. Oh, the fire energy went... He didn't have a psychic energy on hand. Sometimes that sucks. Maybe you could have pulled one with that card. Arven, yeah. Pull the Earthen, what you call it. An item search, energy search with that. But that means he has to go straight for a Comfey or something here. What was that noise? I hope it wasn't some kind of bad thing there. There we go, Earthen Vessel. There it is. So this turn. Wait a minute. This is looking suspicious here. He had Xatu. Xatu somehow... I thought I got rid of it. But maybe there was another one that came through. See? They got a lot of turns, man. They have a lot of... I mean, they have a lot of actions they can do. I think what's going to happen here is that front Dragon Balls going to retreat. He can definitely evolve it, and then he can switch it. Yep. Summoning a second dragon too. We can't go boss off those weak dragons. So, look at it, Donald. Donald's top decking at this point. He's got 2 draws from Comfeys. I'm just like, I'm not in a good spot here. Alright, 2 dragons are up, has a switch card ready. So we are definitely gonna feel the burn here. So where's the bench damage gonna go? Normally, it's gonna go towards the... Oh, son of a birch. He decides to go for the bigger card, the Palafin. That's a juicier target. It's like one of the more deadlier cards in there. And let's see where the bench damage goes. What the smart thing is, you should just spread it across all 3 and then you have a choice to pick them off later. There we go. You should not put all of them on one... Well, you know, we'll see. Put one on the Comfey too, so he can start double killing. That's okay. You know what? He's got Alakazam. He doesn't need to worry about stuff here. He can just move the damage counters across and do funky stuff here. Ah, I see what's going on. So he can move. He can actually take a bench on everything here. So this is the dragon. Why it sucks so bad for many decks, many weaker decks. It just destroys one single prize decks like me. I'm not really a single prize deck. So okay, come on, we gotta do something. We gotta do something. Okay, that's a draw support. That's big. So okay, I guess not. I guess I'm not gonna do that because I got. Well, you see what I'm about to do here. Now let's remember what he's doing. So, there we go. I'm gonna bring out Lumineon, which gets me a bigger draw supporter. Because I need something else here. Because I need I need to use the Forest Stone Seal, that's why. And we're gonna pull a youngster Donald? Yeah! Alright. The reason I don't want to shuffle his hand, it gives him more cards, and he seems like he's stuck on cards, so we're gonna do that there. We also are able to use the Forest Seal Stone. That's important because I get to pick anything in my deck. So that's why I decided not to play the Colress here. And what I need now is an energy. Actually, I don't need energy at all. Cramorant, this is what you're here for, bro. Alright, we got our first Palafin. Hero Palafin is out, and he sees it. So let's see what happens here. It's like, that search is valuable. I'm going to hold on to it. And I hope he doesn't go boss it out. Don't boss out my Lumineon, please. And as you can see, Cramorant, he takes off a big chunk, or big enough chunk of the dragon, so that Palafin can take a KO next turn. Cramorant, that's why you in the deck, bro. And still, Donald, there are 2 dragons to bring down. We have a hero on our team. Still, if I had to compare the dragon to the hero, the dragon's still a bit better. Overall, more damage, more consistent attack, so Palafin is kind of a stage 1.5. Uh-oh, he's got the boss. Would you be taking the prize card, sir? He will be taking the prize cards. That's the thing about Lumineon. And Rotom, by the way, too. That's gonna put us very down on prize cards. That sucks. Ah, my fish. He went fishing and he found the fish. And energy's going to Alakazam. Not a bad late attacker. Yeah, the dragons, they're completely done. They're ready. We have a fleet of dragons to fight. I'm feeling the pressure. And he decides to go for the bench damage. Yep. Finish off the Duck and Lumineon, taking a 3 prize kill. Oh, man, this sucks. The pressure is on. Like, if you're sitting on the table or somewhere, this hurts. This hurts. Luckily, we have Iono right there on hand. So, who do I promote? Do I want to draw and use up a switch? Or do I just send it straight up and save the switch? Because you need switches for Palafin, which is always a choice. I decided I need more cards. Okay, let's get rid of these junk here. We need the hero. At this point, I can't wait. Let me see if there's not another Palafin EX Deck. I drew it, and I don't know why I took it there. Like, you know what? I can still shuffle it back. We just get a switch card. Okay. And something for him to kill next turn. Huh. And I know I'm losing that Comfey too, so... Alright, luckily we did pull the energy. Otherwise, if we did not top deck energy right then, it would have been bad. But 5 card rules, it was reasonable good chance. Sometimes Pokemon's more gambling like that, man. Sometimes it is. Okay, so the hero. We're gonna finish off our first dragon. Yeah, hero Palafin. You slew your first dragon, but you don't got enough to slay your second dragon. And if I lose the Palafin, my hero goes down. That's it. That's the end of the line, guys. However, have you noticed how many bosses he played so far? So, retreating a Palafin might actually be useful here. I mean, that's we need HP. We can't send, and his attacks go for the bench line as well. But luckily, he can only take Comfey. But he can't take the other two as well. So having 70 HP basics is very nice. And he knows that, man. He sees that prize. I'm 1 prize away from death. I still have 3 prizes to go. Hero Palafin, he survived, but not his friend. His friend back there, it's gone. Sorry, Comfey. That's the dragon for you, man. So what is my move? What is my move? I believe, let's see what's still in the deck. I believe this is a switch somewhere. That's it. That's the one, baby. I'm also looking for another boss. How many bosses left? Take a look at Donald's deck. No, don't look at your bosses. Okay, I actually know there are 2 bosses left, so we need to thin our deck and try to pull out those 21 cards, which is rough. Okay, let's send the bear out. The bear can attack for free at this point. But I need to find that boss. I need to find boss. Let's bring out Alakazam. The reason Alakazam has to come out is because he can move those damage counters off Palafin and take a kill. That's why Alakazam has to die. Otherwise, I would have lost because the Alakazam will ruin me. Alright, we need 2 more prizes. I see, I just need a boss. And look at that, boss right there. We see a victory condition there. And we dodged it by killing off Alakazam. Because he would have got the Comfey by moving damage counters off and then doing the extra damage with dragons. Okay, you got that. Enough about that. The Alakazam had to die no matter what. So if you didn't see that ahead of time, that would have been bad. Now, my opponent is low on cards. He uses boss plenty of times throughout the match. And he can't take out Ursaluna. So we're okay. And none of us can die to the bench damage. At least this turn. You can see? I think we almost got this. Just don't shuffle my hand away. Don't boss me. You might have a random boss there. We're good. I can smell it, man. Defeat a dragon. He's like, I don't care what you do at this point. Don't shuffle my hand away. Don't boss me. That's it. That's it. We survive. Let's see what the bench damage. Just see what he's thinking here. Is he gonna spread it all out? He doesn't have Alakazam anymore. Or is he gonna go all in? Okay. Yeah, he knows his trick. It's like no matter what, he'll win the next turn by just going for bench damage here. Alrighty then, here that's it. That's it now. I don't know why I'm doing this, but you guys can. This is like if we had to fish for another boss, would I have found it? That's why I wanted to find out. I was like, no, that would not have worked. So we're gonna send out the hero because this is Palafin's deck. We're gonna boss out that Rotom, just like you boss out my Lumafin. Take revenge and steal first base. That's it. GG. We brought down the dragon with Palafin. Got the benchmark down. GG. Can Palafin defeat the deck that we covered last video? The #1 Greninja deck that took first place in Tokyo? Well, we're going to play it against it right here. The Mitsuki's version, the original version. So, let's get started. And once again, we get to go first. And yeah, you're looking like, Donald, you don't have those decks in your deck. I removed them. Because I could not get energy onto those cards. But first, anyways, let's play a cover. This is going to be Frog's theme from Chrono Trigger. We're playing against a frog, so we're going to play Frog's theme. That makes sense. Alright, let's go. Yep. So, if you missed out last video, what this deck does is it burns Pokemons with abilities. I have abilities all across the board, including Palafin EX. He has a worthless ability, but it counts and it will burn his HP away. Luckily, he's a tough man. He works out, he got a lot of muscles and 340 HP, so I'll survive, just not the other stuff here. So what I need to do is worry about benching too many Pokemon now. And man, he is starting off strong. Okay. I was like, okay. I need energy, because I mean, you gotta have something there. What should I do? Should I get the duck ready? The duck is the ability Pokemon, which kinda stinks. The thing is, I do have Manaphy down. but he kills the Manaphy eventually, and it's not looking good. It's a rough matchup. Alright, so you see Monkey Dory and Tatsugiri. I decided those weren't as helpful as Lost Box draws, and Monkey Dory, I just didn't have time to pull Dark Energy onto him. It was rough. So I said, let's just leave those more specific texts out. Let's just focus on making Palafin as consistent as possible. Alright, so I've explained why you see cards that I've done, that I removed during the playtesting process. So, we're gonna evolve straight into a Palafin. However, little Palafin's gonna have some screen time by taking the first prize. Yeah. It's fast, it's strong, it's still good. Especially when you can't get the duck out. However, those Frostlasts back there, they're about to come up. I think he should have both of them down. And this is gonna hurt now. And not only that, if he's pulling Greninja got this optimal setup here for going second. It's up, the pressure's on. Here it comes. My chair was squeaking. Did you hear that? So if I fall on camera, it's the chair's fault. Stop bobbing your head moving forth. Otherwise, you're gonna ruin your chair. Now you're wondering if Donald's gonna fall off camera, right? I know it. Like, that'd be funny. That's for you, not for me. Okay. Alright then. Frostlass is here. 2 of them. Oh, son of a bitch. I hate the reset stamp. But luckily, we top deck a draw support, so we're good there. And not only that, I had everything I'm ready to go for. But now, luckily, I didn't fill my bench up with too many ability Pokemon, so I'm okay. I'm just gonna feel a little bit of heat. Not too much heat, but there are 2 Frostlasts. So that Comfey is that's a free kill for him right there. Now, one thing I should think about is trying to use the duck now. Because the duck is just a liability. I want to use it right away where it doesn't take too much damage from Frostlass here. I also want to evolve my Finizen so he can survive. Okay, so we're going to shuffle those back. I guess I could use him here. Let's see what we get. Pull the duck. Try to pull the other. I know he's got bench damage. It's tough. He's got so much access to my bench that it feels bad about that. It's like, okay, then why are we going for that card, Donald? I'm trying to thin. I'm trying to thin here. There's a Jirachi in there. That wasn't as useful as I thought. It was some games you can easily get up front, get it killed, and get a nice, big, juicy Palafin ready to go. Most games you couldn't. So it's just a liability there. Okay. So I decided not to go for the duck. We can save the duck later. We can summon it out later. It's fine. As you can see, my draws. Playing this deck with my version so far, it feels like I'm not very comfortable with the amount of cards. Like I'm top decking the next 2 cards and just hoping I have the right stuff here. So we'll have to see how the deck engine goes. So far, I want to make some refinements to it. It's just tough. It's just tough. And he takes the Rotom away. Oh, that was the easy 2 prize I was looking for. You know what I like about people playing meta decks? You know exactly what they have in their deck. You went against Donald Palafin's deck? I know he's got some big stats there, but I just don't know Donald's exact makeup. And he's going for the bench damage. Ah, now I remember why I got the PAL, that Finizen, because I knew the bench damage was coming, so I had to make sure there was a secondary one to come through. Okay, so we got this. We're okay here. We can bring out the Abra and just get a reset here. Or I can actually pull Tatsugiri and then get a supporter. Yeah. You see that? Maybe I should get... I'm looking for my Manaphy. I don't see the Manaphy. Okay, so... I know he can't do bench damage again. He needs 2 energies, and he will not be able to accelerate that there. So we're not gonna make our Palafin... We're not gonna lose our Palafin just yet. We're just gonna use the duck right now. Yeah. Save our Palafin, save our big prizer for later there. Now, both of our draws are kind of weak, but he has Greninja. Greninja finds... Oh, son of a birch. He went for the hero. Hey, Rotom came back down. Why? Ah, Forest Stone Seal. But you know what? The Rotom wasn't... by this point of the game, it's not going to get burnt off by the Frostlass. So it's okay to come back down to use the Forest Stone Seal. Got it. Smart play. He's able to find out everything he wants to. Man, I think we have a de-evolution summon this. No, we actually don't have de-evolution. It doesn't make sense in this deck. It'll be nice to just involve those and win it, just straight off win. Okay. So what does Donald do? I think in this place, we just... It's hard to go through a Greninja and I have boss around. I just need 2 bosses right here. Donald is gonna save boss, however. Donald's gonna protect himself from bench damage by evolving them, so we just can't take a double kill as easily here. So what do? We pulled the Prime Catcher. And I'm thinking, you see what I'm seeing? You seeing what my play is? I have 2 bosses. Sometimes you can just boss your way to victory here. We need to finish off the Rotom, and we need to finish off Frostlass. So we're going to use this as a free reset. I was thinking how I could get my Palafin to do a double switch, and this is how you do it. This is why you have Abra. You bring it in, you switch the Abra out. Yep. And having Artazon available at all times just to do that move is worth it. So, like that, take 2 prizes. We're at the finish line, guys. We have boss right there in hand. As long as I can boss Frostlass, either Palafin or Cramorant can take the win here. So, victory's in sight, guys. I can smell it. Oh, you son of a birch. I had boss in hand. Okay, come back, boss. Oh, boss is not in hand, but I can top deck it. I can top deck it. I can just top deck boss, take Frostlass, and that's that. How many? Oh, 33 cards. Okay, part of the cards, come on. I'll be Yugimoto. Bring it out. Next card right there, boss. Steal the victory right under his nose. Son of a bitch. It was close, but we lost. But it was a good game. Okay, so let's rate the deck. Donald, what do you give this? I'm gonna give it a C. At least my version of that deck. I'm giving it a C because the setup is complex. It's too complex. I don't like the way it evolves. I don't like drawing Palafin EX and having to shove back my deck somehow. I don't like that I have to switch or do something because it can't attack next turn. I mean, everything's fair because it has good stats, good damage, but reliability is the most important thing if you want to win Pokemon decks. And this version isn't as reliable. The draws, even though I thought Lost Box was a good fit, as you can see, it works enough, but barely. Well, he was not comfortable, and you do have to do a lot of thinking because the switches that you use for Lost Box is mainly for the Comfey. But Palafin wants to share the same system, so you end up having, very limited resources that 2 Pokemon have to share. So that was the result and the conclusions I came up with while playing this deck. Also, you shouldn't play it now because, it's crazy bugged. One of those, every other game, you're gonna have something weird happen. So, it's online at least, online. So maybe there's another way for Palafin to work. now, definitely in the future, definitely keep an eye on it because the stats are great. And of course, decks get better always in the future when new cards come out and help support it. For now, this version, and only this version, I'm going to give it a C. But Palafin, I'll keep you in mind later. Alright, so that is that for now. Thank you, girls and Frenchos. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.